Okay, a tariff is a tax on the importer of a product. So if a product comes from Canada into America, the American company pays the tax on that product. Why then is Canada pissed about Canadian tariffs?
Somebody to fucking tell me they're lying. I need somebody to fucking tell me they're lying. I need somebody to fucking tell me they're lying right fucking now, because what the fuck do you mean that I'm not gonna get my fucking SNAP benefits?
We have some breaking news right now. Elon Musk's aides and associates have locked out a number of government civil servant employees from a database that essentially has files for all federal employees, according to exclusive new reporting from Reuters.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Did You Hear? Y'all, there's so much going on right now. It seems like we're gonna be in for a bumpy ride, y'all. We are in for a bumpy ride. President Trump finally went ahead and put his tariffs in place. And with these counter tariffs plus what he's doing, y'all, we're being hit with a lot. And it is interesting. This is going to get interesting to say the least. I just got through watching somebody crying over their benefits being frozen. SNAP benefits are frozen. Medicaid is frozen. All kinds of government assistance and stuff is being frozen. And people do not know how they're going to survive. They don't know how they're going to feed their families. Some of them are thinking their family members are fixing to die because they won't be able to get the life-saving medications that they need. This is a mess. You got ICE raids still going on. They're still running up in schools. Y'all, all of this, and it's just February. We just hit February. Planes dropping out the sky. And somebody said something interesting. They said, you know what? It's mighty funny that when people start trying to get their passports to get up out of this place, all of a sudden now you got planes just dropping out of the sky. Just that helicopter really went just straight into that plane, like they just really had a head-on collision in the air. It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. So much about that just doesn't make sense. A lot of this stuff is just, it's just not making sense, guys. But listen, let's just take a look here what you guys are saying about everything, okay? And also, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I know I lost a subscriber. That was funny. I just got through being happy that I hit 7 subscribers, and somebody said, nah, this isn't for me. But you know what? To the 6 that I still have, thank you so much for subscribing. And I would ask you, if you are someone that's a newcomer to this channel, please go ahead and subscribe. I do appreciate that. I appreciate any interaction that you have with this channel. Thank you for commenting, and thank you for it all, guys. With that, let's see what you guys are saying. All right.
So I'm pretty sure by now my sisters and I guess respectfully brothers in other countries are aware how crappy American healthcare system is. Well, it just got worse. We pay taxes to make sure that we have something that's called Medicaid and Medicare for those that need it, and I pay a buttload of taxes in America, and my mother uses Medicaid. Other people do. It's to make sure that people that can't afford private insurance have the ability to go to doctors and get their medicine as needed. Trump has canceled it. Millions of Americans no longer have coverage. And this is not like Obamacare. This is the Medicaid that has been implemented for forever. It's now gone. He's canceled it. And even if it's just for a short period of time, do you know how many people are going to die in that little bit of time? Like my mother already can't get her medication that's due for a refill in 3 days. He didn't cancel it at the beginning of the month. He canceled it at the end of the month when people are going to die. This is what we're living in now. This is great.
小红书
Question for anybody that knows economics really well, and please don't answer if you don't know anything about economics. Okay, a tariff is a tax on the importer of a product. So if a product comes from Canada into America, the American company pays the tax on that product. Why then is Canada pissed about Canadian tariffs? If they're not getting taxed for the product, why are they pissed about a 25% tax increase on the product that the American importer would have to pay?
Great question. And you're right. Canada wouldn't be the one paying the tariff. You and I would. But that doesn't mean that Canada wouldn't be affected. When the products that Canada sells to the United States are tariffed, we, the consumer, will pay more for those products. But due to the law of supply and demand, whenever the price of a product goes up, the demand for that product goes down. So Canada wouldn't pay the tariff, but they would lose money from the drop in demand. Imagine you grow potatoes from your garden, and then you sell them at the local market for $1. But the owner of the market also sells potatoes for $1. So he decides that instead of making better potatoes or turning them into French fries or something to make more money, he places a 25% tariff on all your potatoes. He calls it a fee for using his market. So now your potatoes are $1.25 instead of $1. You're not paying that extra quarter, the customers are. But do you think that they're going to buy your potatoes for $1.25, or are they going to buy the owner's potatoes, which are actually now $1.15? The customer is screwed because either way, they're still going to pay more for potatoes. You're screwed because now you're going to sell way less potatoes and you're going to make less money. And for now, the owner is happy because he gets to sell his potatoes for an extra 15 cents with less competition. That's why Canada is pissed that their products are getting tariffed.
Somebody to fucking tell me they're lying. I need somebody to fucking tell me they're lying. I need somebody to fucking tell me they're lying right fucking now, because what the fuck do you mean that I'm not gonna get my fucking SNAP benefits? What the fuck do you mean? Because what the fuck is happening? Do you understand that there are people like me who cannot work? Do you understand there are people like me who have kids who cannot eat? Do you understand there are people like me who go hungry the last week of the month just so my kids can't eat? Because SNAP benefits is all we fucking get. I need somebody to please fucking tell me he's lying. I can't. What the fuck am I gonna do? Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Breathe.
We have some breaking news right now. Elon Musk's aides and associates have locked out a number of government civil servant employees from a database that essentially has files for all federal employees, according to exclusive new reporting from Reuters. In new reporting from Reuters, aides to Elon Musk charged with running the U.S. government human resources agency have locked career civil servants out of computer systems that contain the personal data of millions of federal employees. Two officials who spoke to Reuters said some senior career employees at OPM have had their access revoked to some of the department's data systems. And these systems include a vast database called Enterprise Human Resources Integration, which contains dates of birth, social security numbers, appraisals, home addresses, pay grades, and length of service. Folks, this is nuts. I mean, these people are career civil servants. They no longer have access to any of this data. They're completely locked out because of Elon Musk and his associates. I'm going to do a full breakdown of this on my Substack shortly this evening, so be sure to subscribe to the link in my bio. As always, comment below your thoughts, spread the word, and follow along on here and on my other social platforms for all the news you need to know about.
小红书
begin preparing the 30,000 person migrant facility at Guantanamo Bay. Most people.
Do I need to? That's a concentration camp, you guys. It's going to be a concentration camp. Just FYI. That's Donald Trump talking about a concentration camp. Just want to make sure that's clear. I feel like some people might not know that, might not hear that and understand what that is, because he's not going to say concentration camp. That's a concentration camp.
小红书
Here's some breaking news in bite sizes. In a White House address today, Donald Trump has stated that he would sign an executive order that would give authorities the green light to start building out immigrant holding facilities with the capability of holding 30,000 bodies. Destination? Guantanamo Bay. With news and executive orders flying out of the White House at light speed, Donald Trump is doing his best to stay true to his word on cracking down on illegal immigration. Guantanamo Bay has many different names, like Gitmo, but more formally, the Guantanamo Bay Detention Center. I don't think we need context clues to figure out where this is going. I wish I could put into words how insane Guantanamo Bay Detention Center even is. The security, the protocol, the size. If you haven't already, in case this app goes bye-bye, feel free to follow me on all of my social medias. The links are going to be in the bio. I'd love to hear your thoughts and your comments. And as always, when the news hits my desk, I'll be sure to keep you up to date.
小红书
As schools have now become a primary target for ICE operations.
New video tonight showing ICE and other federal agents making arrests. ICE confirming, alongside multiple federal partners, they've started, quote, conducting enhanced targeted operations today to enforce U.S. immigration law.
Children are taken while they're at school.
We have no information from the school or from these precinct 3, the constables, nothing, no type of paperwork as to what she was charged.
小红书
Have your passport out and ready. ICE is not playing. Guys, I just heard in the news that they detained a toddler, his mom, and his grandmother. They are U.S. citizens from Puerto Rico, and they were arrested. Doing racial profiling to anybody. They don't care if you are a U.S. citizen. They don't care if you got legal papers or not. They don't care. They're coming for us. And I include myself because I am Puerto Rican. Just because they overheard them speak Spanish? Really? ICE is detaining people just because they speak Spanish. And they didn't want to let them go till they show proof of citizenship. They were asking for her birth certificate, her social security card, and any identification with her information. So that means if you are a U.S. citizen coming from Puerto Rico, you being black, being from United States, it don't matter. If you're an American citizen, get ready because this mass deportation is coming to your county. They're coming to your town. They're coming to your city. They're going to your state. And be careful because if you don't have your passport, they racial profile people. And if you don't have this document with you, you're going to get detained, arrested, and you're going to have real...
小红书
I hope the sanctuary cities come around.
The usually bustling and vibrant streets of this Hispanic neighborhood in Chicago sit relatively empty because of the concerns over ICE.
Welcome to Mesquite Restaurant, sir.
This little taqueria, like most in the Pilsen neighborhood, is owned and operated by immigrants. The Cruz family, who in 1994 made the long journey from Mexico City to Chicago to grow their little taco stand into a thriving restaurant.
We got tacos, we got breakfast, chilaquiles.
This American dream is one thousands of migrants are striving for when they cross the southern border. But the drastic shutdown of illegal immigration is a campaign promise the majority of American voters are expecting Donald Trump to make good on.
Honest to you, when he come back again, I was like, man, I feel scared.
President Trump, border czar Tom Homan, and the highest-ranking members of Immigration and Customs Enforcement say they're only targeting violent criminals during these initial deportations. News Nation has seen what these operations look like. I rode along and conducted early morning raids with ICE agents when they arrested men from Iraq and Belize, convicted criminals who spent prison time for robbery and gun charges.
I'm not a criminal. I'm a good guy. I pay my taxes. I do everything right. You know what's going to happen to me? They're going to grab me too. You know? They're not going to check right now.
We've seen examples of resistance throughout Hispanic neighborhoods, including these signs instructing immigrant men and women to push back and block federal agents from entering their homes. But the reality is, new polling shows 65% of Americans strongly support deporting immigrants convicted of violent crimes. That includes Horatio Aguilera, an Iraq War veteran and Mexican-American police officer. He voted for Trump and wants mass deportations of criminals to carry on as quickly as possible.
A lot of Hispanic Americans, there was also a rise that voted for Trump. I think 9 out of 10 people that are living here in America, Chicago, Illinois, are going to agree that If you're an illegal resident and you are arrested for committing a crime, prosecuted for committing a crime, and you are an illegal resident, you are subject.
小红书
Hi guys, I'm going to show you a video. This video is the propaganda we have been believed for Chinese, majority Chinese. We believed it maybe 30 years. And according to the time I've posted before, many people from other country also confirm they also believe those propaganda from United States. Here's the video.
So I posted a video earlier talking about one of the many incredibly unbelievable pieces of pro-US propaganda that is disseminated throughout China by US NGOs and immigration offices. Well, there's a lot more. There's a lot more propaganda, and I made a list. There is a list. So the type of message that this pro-US propaganda is spreading as truth is that the United States is generally a paradise, that everyone has high income, and that there is a relatively very low cost of living. They also believe that we have lots of welfare and lots of like really strong social programs, stronger than theirs, and theirs are pretty strong. This pro-US propaganda teaches people that education, that all education and healthcare is free. They say that in the United States, we all experience very low taxation. They say that one person working 40 hours per week can support a family with 3 or 4 kids. And they say that if you don't work at all, don't worry, because the government will completely take care of you. You'll have a place to live, you'll have food, you'll have health care. They also tell everyone, get this, they tell everyone that every American spends half the year traveling or on vacation. They say that houses and cars are cheap and that food is also very cheap to buy. They're not taught at all about property taxes. They believe that once you buy a house, it's yours, and that's it. They're also told that you can buy a house, a big house in Detroit for $1. They're taught that the laws here in the United States are the most just and selfless. They're also taught that there's no favoritism or corruption within like social society, no nepotism, like none of that. They're taught everyone is absolutely equal, and that even the president's children work in like fast food restaurants, and that the president travels by like walking around or taking a bike. They're also taught that there's absolutely no corruption in our government. They believe that you like have absolute right over like your home, that the government can't infringe on that at all. They also believe that like you, if the president comes to your town or something and you don't want him there, like you can kick him out. Like we're not even able to stop the president of a genocidal occupational colony from being here when like he's literally wanted for war crimes internationally. There's so much more like that a dishwasher working 3 months can buy a big house, or that every person in the United States like owns a house, like a big house with like a pool, and we all go to like amusement parks on the weekends. And I believe this is why it's so discouraged within the United States to like speak other languages or learn to speak other languages. Like in our like state curriculum, our K through 12 schools, we don't really focus that hard on teaching foreign languages. And I feel like it's so that people living within the United States in a lot of ways previously weren't capable of like, one, knowing that this was being taught to people because you don't speak the same language, and then aren't able to dispel the propaganda with the truth because again, you're not speaking the same language, but now with like technology and translation features, you're able to do that. So like I highly recommend going over to Xiaohongshu because there's incredible things happening over there by way of dispelling like
小红书
Not America look like Dubai and Germany, and why doesn't America look like Russia and Persia, and where the is the money going? Every single mayor needs to figure out what the they want to do before There should be grapes, turnips, vegetables, everything on the streets every day for the homeless to eat. You're making us pay for water, you son of a... You're making us pay for grapes, apples, things that God gave us for free. Ha! Ha! Da, 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 bo, sha. You will burn in hell when I'm through with you. You will not be allowed in my Father's house at all. At all. We deserve free everything. At least if you're not going to give us reparations by money, give us reparations in fruit. owe us over $1.5 million. These subsidy checks are... So we are the hoes. And the government is our pimp. So, since we're not getting mad about them taking that percentage, okay, for taking care of the American people, okay, let's take that $1 billion and give them $2,500, and they should be happy with that because we take care of them. If you took care of us, we'd have free carrots. This ain't no mother game. Y'all owe us money.
小红书
Breaking news, Trump just revoked deportation protection for over 600,000 Venezuelans living in the United States. Temporary protected status is a program that gives certain countries work authorization as well as protection from getting deported because of country conditions that include, but are not limited to, armed conflict, natural disasters, and other extraordinary circumstances. Because of the dangerous conditions in Venezuela, the Biden administration gave Venezuelans located in the United States 18 months of TPS and actually extended it a week before he was done being president. He also extended TPS for people from El Salvador, Ukraine, and Sudan. But as predicted, Trump immediately took it away. So it's not about doing things.
小红书
All right, guys. So as you can see, America is going through it right now, and we didn't get in this trouble overnight. Well, actually, we did. It seems. That's terrible. That is terrible. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. We did seemingly get into this overnight, like literally overnight. But y'all, listen. Hopefully, this fog clears soon. That going back and forth over those tariffs is nasty business. I just saw where somebody that was investing in Starlink with Elon Musk just decided to withdraw, I think it was $100 million in support of that program, back from that program, because, you know, they are protesting these tariffs that have been levied against Canada and the way that America is acting right now. Like, I can kind of see both sides. I understand what President Trump is trying to do. I see what he's trying to do. But the problem is the fact that we have to pay. These taxes are going to cause, yes, maybe a temporary inflation. And yes, us Americans, we are getting it from the ground up. We are down in the trenches. We have, over the past few years, gotten used to the struggle a little bit. But that doesn't mean that we want these taxes. We want these taxes to go up. That doesn't mean that we want to pay extra for everything. So hopefully they get this under control. I hear that Mexico was able here recently within the last few hours to get him to kind of pause their tariffs for about a month, because they were saying they were going to try to send some troops up to guard their side of the border. My thing is, why weren't you already doing that? Like, I feel like we really can't trust y'all. And two, it's not y'all's responsibility to guard our borders. That's our responsibility. So no, we're not going to trust somebody else to guard our borders. What you should have done is had your people under control and not let them flow in here like that with drugs. I understand him being upset about the fentanyl. I do. But there's a way to do things. And yes, punishment, I understand. 25% tariffs on Canada, though? Canada, who just got through helping us put out fires and stuff in California. So yeah, I don't agree with it. I don't. I mean, it's steep. It's a bit much. And it just seems like he's just lashing out. He's lashing out. I understand he's upset about the drugs. I understand he's upset about the immigrants. There's a way to do anything. There's a way to do anything. And Canada still, they haven't said much about the fact that they were letting people in. That they were letting, illegal Indians in, is what they were saying. We're coming in through the northern border. So, y'all, it's a lot. and I have a front row seat to the madness. I'm hoping that things get better, but until then, guys, you take care of yourselves and each other. Also, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share everything that you do. Any interactions that you have with this channel, all of it helps. I appreciate it all. Thank you, guys, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.